Why are you laughing? He's actually one of the
Jared
kindest.
Scott one.
Jared Leto and Scott Disick.
Disick.
I know so many Jareds and so many Scotts that it was so.
Jared Leto and Scott Disick are the same person.
Is it Leto or Leto?
Leto.
Which one is it?
I don't know.
That's the real conspiracy. See, like anything could be a conspiracy.
That is the conspiracy.
The real conspiracy is like, why are we idolizing people who are actors while we're living in a digital world? That's the real question. Where all the veils have come down.
What do you mean?
Well, we've leveled the playing field and said anyone could be a star. Anyone can make millions on entertainment. Why are we still obsessed with Ellen DeGeneres? Like, why are we still giving these people so much credit by constantly talking about them when we know that they didn't make their comedy, they don't write, they don't produce, they don't create, they do like
just
a lot.
Fill their time, I guess. I don't know. That's a good question. Why?
Because we need to deflect. We need to have transference. So Russell Wilson, as we watched him yesterday, the announcer, he goes, Al Michaels is like 150 years old.
He must be.
He's been
must
announcing
be so
games. So this guy has the balls on national television to say the following lines. Russell Wilson.
He's 80.
You believe me, I know. Russell Wilson, he's getting, he's no spring chicken, turning 35 this year. And like he goes off and basically like, obviously Russell Wilson, who is, I don't know, did you watch the game yesterday?
I watched a little bit. I got bored.
Do you know who Myles Garrett is?
Quickly.
Do you know who Myles Garrett is? Do you know this car? Myles Garrett is about the size of this car.
Really?
Google Myles Garrett flexing. Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is the largest human being that is agile I've ever seen in my entire life. Because there's like Yao Mings and there's like sumo wrestlers and stuff like that. But I've never seen like a football player be manhandled like I did when I watched Russell Wilson.
Dude.
He put his bear paw on Russell Wilson and he just like, he didn't even hurt him. He actually like Myles Garrett knew that he's like, dude, I'm not like trying to kill this guy. And Russell Wilson is maybe like 5'9", maybe like 5'10", maybe like 6 feet. I don't know. He's not like massive dude. And Myles Garrett just bear hugs him.
He's 6'4", 271 pounds.
Myles Garrett is probably about 6'6", 6'7", 310 pounds.
He's 28.
28. So
He is a big dude. He talks to this reporter like
he's insane. I'm 6'3". Get the fuck out of here. Excuse my language. 6'4". Myles Garrett is like NBA point guard height. So anyways, the point of what I was trying to say is like Al Michaels has the audacity.
Yeah, so he says he's 35 and
he's like, yeah, he's getting up there in age and all this stuff, and it's really like Al Michaels is trying to pay him a compliment because Russell Wilson is a very smart player.
Was he having a good game?
Well, Russell Wilson, you have to remember, played professional baseball also. He was drafted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not just having a good game, he's having a resurgence in his career, and
is he?
The majority of the fan base for the NFL that pays the money for their kids or their wives or them or whatever is like pretty much like 40 to 65-year-old men. That's like the key demographic that's who the biggest earners and biggest spenders on the sport is. So it's in the best interest of the sport to have a 35-year-old guy, like to think like, oh my God, he's so old.
He's still doing it.
Good Lord. Like, and the reason why I say this is because if you're Russell Wilson and you have Myles Garrett coming at you, like, does it matter if you're 35 or 24? Like, it's still the concept of age is only to create a character to talk about and reference. So this has been going on. How long are we at? We're at 28. It's going to cut off in a few minutes. And the core is to really isolate the difference between the characters we create in our minds and the characters that have been created for us. And the characters we create in our minds are like Dan Reese's. Like, people that watch Digital Dan. You have created an entire, because there's no commentary on me, it goes all in your brain. But when you watch Russell Wilson, you have Al Michaels telling you like commentary, and the sports commentary, the endless sports commentary, and you watch these sports guys on TV, and all you can hear is "Please don't fire me, please don't fire me. Look at me, I'm so funny. Please don't fire me, please don't fire me, please don't fire me. Oh my God, I've been fired." And they just get replaced, and they're up there, and they've got their rubber-soled shoes, and they've got their blazers.
Are you talking about the announcers?
The ex-player announcers that are just
Tom Brady
so.
apparently is not having the best transition into.
Tom Brady is awesome. Don't, please. Like, Tom Brady's older than me. Don't take this away from me, Jamie. I need him to be successful, please, Lord. Jamie, don't take this away from me. As a white man, I idolize Tom Brady. There's like in the world of sports, there's not many people that have been able to dominate a sport that people like Myles Garrett exist, and Tom Brady somehow has an NFL career. I don't understand why there's no Myles Garrett version of a quarterback, and that's where you really get into the politics of the sport, because the American public wants to see a white, cornbread, cornhuskering dude throwing, and the sport is evolving to the running black quarterback, which is clearly dominating. So Russell Wilson, I think you're a spring chicken, and you got a whole career ahead of you, and I think you'll be a much better announcer than some of the other people. My name is Dan Reeses.
I'm Jamie.
Pentaverant.